the recognized symbol of excellence in collecting podcasts.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Mighty Champions Action Figure Radio. This is a show where we talk about action figures, toys, collectibles, and all that sort of thing. So if that is what you're into, you have come to the right place. My name is John Sargent.
And my name is Christian McGann.
Today is another great episode. It's the episode immediately following our 1-year anniversary Hall of Fame. So if you didn't check that out, go back and listen to that. Today, we're going to get into the expanded conversation that started on that episode of when to buy something in the wild and when to buy it online. We're also going to break into the news like we always do. And then we are going to get into our toy store time machine once again and go back to a random year with $25 and figure out what to do with it. Before we tear that open, you guys can subscribe to the show wherever they got podcasts. So make sure you're following along so you don't miss episodes every single Monday of the year. You can also review the show. That's the best way to support us. That's the only way to support us at present. It's the only way that we're going to grow. So whatever platform you're hearing us on, go ahead and hit that review button. Let us know what you think. We'd love to hear from you. That's a good place to put it. You can also let us know how you're feeling over at Mighty Champions on Instagram. You'll see our personal collections and toy hunts and the stuff that we're talking about there. You could have voted on the Hall of Fame. You could have asked us questions. All the interaction happens at Mighty Champions. All right, so we're about to tear into all that, but before we do, Christian, how are you?
Doing great, man. Feeling rested, feeling ready to go. Got a baseball game tomorrow, locking in for that. But it's been a good week. I feel like it was sort of after last week being the 1 year, but all in that weekend. It was playing a show Friday night, going to Chemical Toy Fair, playing a game right after Chemical Toy Fair, then coming here and recording a podcast.
Yeah,
then
big weekend.
Going and playing a game on Sunday. So yeah, Monday rolled around and it was like, dang, man, like that drained me and I didn't even notice. I really didn't even think about it. I was like ready to get back into the work hustle. But yeah, your body just kind of communicates things to you. So it took me until like Tuesday and a half to get back into the zone. But things are pretty good, man. Been rocking and rolling. I've been eBaying, which we're going to dive into more, so I may save that for the conversation itself. But I should be going down to Houston. Where are we?
We're north of Houston. Yeah.
Okay.
Houston would be south of.
So we're going down to Houston. It just sounds weird to say that.
Going on down.
Going
Planet
to
Houston.
Yeah, man. So girlfriend's birthday is nigh. And she wanted to go see an artist by the name
Are you going to go to Dripping Springs next weekend for Retromania?
That is pending right now. She wants to go.
I'm going to Dripping Springs for Retromania. Anybody who wants to meet me there, come say what's up.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
No, I'm definitely
convinced Danielle to go because there's a barbecue spot nearby.
That's what y'all did last time, right?
Yeah. She wants to go off-roading in between, either on the way back or on the way there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I would rather do it on the way back. You know, just be like, please.
Well, I might have valuables though.
Well, can we start early? Yeah. That would be my thing. But yeah, man. So, with the Retromania, I definitely want to go. I have a game that day at 11. So I'm up in the air. So if Samantha wants to go, it's like her that's closer to her birthday.
Yeah.
So if she wants to go, I'm willing to sacrifice the game and go there.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'll win. I win either way.
Right.
But yeah, going up to H-Town on Tuesday night, which is sort of a random night, but goal is to hit up Misfit Toys. I'm only going one spot.
Because it's not your weekend.
Yeah, it's not my weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to...
She likes to go to these things, though.
She does like to go to them, but I think because it's going to be more about her.
Yeah.
Because in reality, the toy store is more about me.
What is she dragging you to? Selena?
Rosalia. Yeah. Again, I mean, if you were to ask me, which people have asked me, so what are you afraid of? And my general response is like, Austin city limits.
Yeah.
You know, which is essentially a giant thing with horrible parking, expensive tickets, and thousands of people. Man, like, dude, I'd rather like face 20 cops. I'm not even lying.
This is your blue suicide?
Man, it's like suicide by cop. Yeah, so that is like stressing me out, but I'm like mentally preparing for it. But you know what? She was telling me yesterday, she was like, I've been looking at parking, so to make sure like we get the parking thing, we'll get like a parking pass, we'll get that knocked out. I'm going to make sure that where we're at, you're going to be able to sit down. Like, she was thinking about those things because she knows me.
Man, she's doing a great job of planning her birthday.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's her. You know, I've had bad luck, dude. You do a good job where you plan their stuff. You take out a second mortgage to do so.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's what it takes. But I just, man, like, when I try to plan something, it's like, it just backfires on me. Like, I've tried to do things before, and it's like it rains on the exact same thing that I'm trying to do, and I get blamed for it. You know what I'm saying? But
Got a backup plan.
Backup plan for sure. So that being said, earlier today, before I came over here, I was preparing for Misfit Toys. And as mentioned in previous episodes,
Previously on Mighty Champions.
Yeah, previously on X-Men. I've had this up and down relationship with Jurassic Park, with modern Jurassic Park. The famous quote that has just changed the world around me of, I just like dinosaurs. Nothing about that's changed.
Let me pause you real quick as an aside.
Okay.
Katie, who has been on the show, Katie, who filled in for you on an episode back then, she talked through her whole collection, everything that she collects, everything that her boyfriend collects. Run into her yesterday. She goes, I forgot to tell you about something that I collect. Jurassic Park. And I go, you collect Jurassic Park? And she goes, I have 2 Jurassic Park figures. One of them is sexy Dr. Malcolm in a book, and the other one is Jimmy Buffett in a margarita.
Okay.
Which is Hammond collection.
Yeah, I think that's from the Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah.
So I was like, you do not have a Jurassic Park.
You do not have Jurassic Park. Let's go ahead and just legally put that on paper.
Like, that's awesome, but you don't have a Jurassic Park collection.
That's funny. Yes. So, you know, my back and forth with modern Jurassic Park, and I have a lot of them because, again, I found that thrift store score where I was like willing to fight people over it. And then I realized that they were there not for the dinosaurs, but to look at clothes.
That not one person was paying attention.
Not one person was paying attention, and I was over there like running with my light up sandals on. And I have the super colossal, right? I have the Spinosaurus. I've got the T-Rex, and I've got the Indominus Rex, the one I found at the thrift store. And I was like, dude, we're going to Houston. We're going to like an actual toy store that is going to buy toys. Yeah. Right? They're not going to just reject it because of whatever stupid reason. So I went and I collected all of them, and then Samantha was disappointed. She was like, what are you doing? Don't get rid of those. Those are so cool. And I'm like, yeah, but like, I don't know. I just don't have the connection with them. They're not nostalgic for me. I love them. I love the way that they look, but they're not filling what I need them to fill inside me. And she just tried to pretend like it was like, you know, she was like holding one of them like a cat kind of thing. And I'm like, if you didn't look up from your phone just now, you would have not known this entire thing is happening.
Yeah, she wouldn't have noticed that they weren't there if they were just missing one day.
Exactly. So, man, got them all in a bin, ready to go. So I'm excited to take them down to Houston, see what I can snag for them. I don't really know. I was kind of like debating. I'm like, man, you know, I feel like with selling toys or like the trade concept, it's like always plan for it to be lower.
Yeah, I just don't even look into it. You're just take whatever they offer you, and it's bonus. So you probably lose money on some stuff, make some money on other stuff, but whatever.
Dude.
If you're not keeping a P&L sheet anyway, then it's just money that they're giving you, and you use it as store credit, and there you go.
Honestly, man, I mean, 90% of those dinosaurs were found at a thrift store for a fraction of what they would cost if I bought them brand new.
Right.
So
Yeah.
to me, it's already like a big win.
Yeah.
So pretty fired up on that. Hopefully I will come across some gas, but what have you been up to?
Man, I had a good week. Had some car trouble that ran me about $800 to get out of the shop to have my AC working. Because if you live in Texas, it's non-negotiable. Your AC has to work or else you will perish.
I wish I would have recorded you being like, yeah, so I'm off toys. That's the end of Mighty Champions. And then just like cut to, and it's you just being like, I will be at Retromania. So if you guys want to hang out, come by and say hello.
Doesn't mean I'm going to buy something.
Are you kidding me, dude? If they got something in the first 10 feet.
Why are you acting like it's a foregone conclusion that I'm going to spend money?
Dude, if they had something like something so good, I could picture you in the first 10 seconds backing up your car. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, stop, you're good.
Yeah, so I had an $800 fix-it bill, which definitely hurt. I have not purchased any toys, contrary to you didn't think I was going to make it, whatever it's been, 3 days.
No, I thought, I at most thought you would save it for Retromania.
But had a really good week at martial arts. Like, got a lot of, like, I hit every class and got a bunch of, like, stick fighting in and hand sparring and a bunch of really fun drills with some really good partners and stuff. So it was just a good week for learning and working out as far as, like, martial arts goes. So I was really happy with that. I'm retired from toys. I quit the biz.
Even your toys behind you are laughing.
I quit the biz. So it's been a heavy video game week, right? Because that's always my fallback when I'm like, I need to not spend money. Let me play with the things that I already spent money on. And last night was supposed to be date night, and I guess we take turns. I've been told that we're supposed to take turns. So it was my turn, and I was like, I just don't want to go anywhere, and I don't want to spend any money. So I went to the store. I bought a bunch of snacks, including Oreos and crappy frozen burritos, because that's where my head was at. I got Guess Who NFL for $12.
Like a board game?
Yeah. We played that for a little while. Smoked her. Doesn't know anything about football. and then her idea, let's play GTA 5.
Cool.
So we basically played GTA 5 all night last night. Which was a blast.
Dude, you're like having a Make-A-Wish night.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I can't lie. Like, staying in date night is going to become a regular thing.
That's the most beautiful experience of my life, man.
Dude, it was amazing.
I would choose that over anything.
Or Oreos, crappy burritos, and GTA. I was like, with my girl, in heaven.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know what? And I was wondering why there was like a onesie over there. You weren't wearing that too, were you, John?
So during the pandemic, she played Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, she put so many hours into that game. So she's not unfamiliar with the Rockstar controls.
Yeah.
At all. But she hasn't touched them in a very long time. She picks up GTA 5. The first thing she does is kamikaze a box truck into a homeless encampment. I was like, you're a bad person.
Oh my God.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I was going to say strip club or something.
It was so funny.
That is funny.
Oh my God. Good stuff.
Now, if I see it on the news, it's like crazy lady drove an 18-wheeler under I-35.
God. This has been a fun weekend so far of just staying home with the shakes, scratching, trying not to buy figures.
Yeah. You know, before we dive into the next part really quick, I told you off air, the Toy Federation video has a awesome video about the Batman animated series collection that they bought. They were talking about the Bane figure, and they were mentioning that it was a reuse. They're like, I think this is a reuse figure. And
what carding was it?
It's the one you've got.
So it's the Batman animated series carding.
The figure itself, the actual mold of the figure is apparently they were saying it was a reuse of the T2. God, what are the ones that you want?
Is it a Terminator?
I think it's the Terminator.
The Power Arm Terminator.
There's another one that you've mentioned.
They're like something glow.
Oh, it's another
They're
one.
all the same.
It's all the same, but I think that they said it was a reuse of that.
Okay, I'm going to look into that.
You have to look into it because I'm looking at it right now, and I'm like, maybe the body, but not the head. Obviously, the head is smaller. Because it's
I'm
Bane.
going to have to look into that.
Look into it. That's what they're
Interesting.
saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's accurate, but
Catch us next week for follow-up on Bane is Terminator.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
It's Kenner.
Yeah. All right, let's get into why you would buy something in the wild versus online.
Terminator!
I'm back. Got to find John Connor.
But evil T-1000 gets to him first.
Hey, back off!
Terminator's heavy metal cycle zeroes in and fires. But T-1000 stands to get even.
This is for getting on my bad side. You're next, John Connor.
I'm back.
Terminator deploys his secret weapon.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Terminated!
This time.
Terminator is back.
If you were with us last week, we did our Hall of Fame. We did the overall Hall of Fame, which I think we nailed, by the way. A lot of good feedback on it.
Yeah.
A lot of good feedback. A lot of people sharing their personal Hall of Fames, with a lot of great figures on there. And part of what we did too was our personal Hall of Fames, the ones that are really, really sentimental to us, like the three just that will live in our hearts forever.
My aunt responded to, I reshared it on Instagram. My aunt responded specifically to yours.
And
She said, Hulk with a bunch of vomiting faces. And I was like, Hulk? Nobody even said anything about Hulk. And then I was like, oh.
Hulk Hogan
Yeah. And I was like, well, to be fair, I said like something. I was
was a
like,
child.
yeah, I was like, he agrees with you about the person himself. In fact, he talks quite a bit about that in the episode, but also is looking at it from a childhood perspective or whatever. Something I said, and then she said a bunch of laughing faces or whatever. So I thought that was funny. I was like, my aunt is responding to this.
Yeah, I'm under no circumstances am I advocating for racism by selecting a Hulk Hogan figure.
What's his real name? Terry
Bollea.
Terry Bollea. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, we had selected our personal Hall of Fames, and we were telling stories about why and things that happened in our childhood that tie into those figures. And you had one that you had a childhood story and a reacquisition adulthood story. Mm-hmm. And when you brought that up, I was like, oh, I think I need to take it more seriously as to when I buy something in the wild versus online, because if you buy something online, there's no story. Mm-hmm. You won't remember buying it unless it was really high ticket and you won an auction. Sure. But I would say 99 out of 100, I don't remember where I bought any online thing or like when or what I was doing or whatever. But if you get it in the wild, there's a memory attached to it. The least important toy in this entire room is Neo from The Matrix, who is on my movie shelf. My movie shelf is overflow. Just make sure you get something. That's the only reason that it exists. Mm-hmm. Neo is the worst figure on my just scratch the itch figure. I remember exactly how I purchased it and the story that goes with it, right? Because it happened in the wild and a story, and I was with you and Samantha and Danielle. Last Retromania, right? So that can't happen if you just buy it online, right? So I kind of had that epiphany last week as we were talking, and I thought we should probably flesh this out and kind of talk about for our own personal collections what falls into what category. So you have less that you like collect, not less items, but less lines, less titles that you collect. So what's you're almost all in the wild.
So, yeah, like I think I've eBayed maybe 5 items, maybe, if that. I
feel like it's probably less.
Yeah.
I can't recall.
I think the last thing I got was that 11 or 12 inch Godzilla.
Okay.
But you're right. The hunt, obviously, like that's nothing new to the toy collecting space. The hunt is almost better than the actual like find the kill.
The hunt
right?
is the hobby.
Yeah, it is. And to me, I feel like it's in the same vein as it was when you were younger, right? It's like you see it, it blows your mind. You have to have it. You're freaking. You can't stop thinking about it while you're there. And I also just believe that it's just more fun to have it immediately. You know, I think that's what kills a lot of my eBay purchases.
Is the shipping time.
Because I get the same sort of hunt, almost feel when I'm on eBay. I've been doing that a lot this week.
Yeah.
A lot. Like I was looking up all kinds of Power Rangers and I was looking up some Godzilla stuff because I was looking at my shelf and I've got quite a bit of Godzilla 1998 masterpiece Godzilla toys. And I was like, something off about this shelf. I feel like I need some more like pizzazz to it. So I was looking at posters. I was like, I need to get like some more representation of this movie because it's like green and gray. So I'm looking at posters on eBay and then I'm looking at Power Ranger stuff. And the thing that stops me is the idea that it's like, if I buy it now, then I'm like at the mercy of the person shipping it. And it's not ordering it from a store where it's like this is that person's job. It's like, hopefully the person ships it out in the next 2 to 3 days.
Yeah, you just look at their reviews.
Yeah,
right?
no,
like their
I know
score
that.
or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
I know that.
It's rare that there's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, rare.
It is cool to get things in the mail, but I think for me, it's like I love the idea of walking out with something. And the experience of a toy store is like...
Getting something in the wild is definitely, like, the feeling is preferable.
Yeah.
Coming home from work to a box is pretty sick.
That's pretty cool. I definitely agree with that. I feel like when you go into a store, though, and you're engulfed in it, you know? Like, there's no other feeling.
For sure.
You're engulfed in it. So, that's kind of where I'm at with it. I mean, again, like, I have stuff in my cart right now that I was like, I'll just pull the trigger. You know what I'm saying? But then I just haven't done it yet because it's like, but I could also just find this at Retromania maybe.
Okay, so, but which figures, which collections, which are under no circumstances could you ever do this on eBay, and which are under no circumstances, I guess a better way of wording it, are these are totally on the table to do it on eBay?
I'll use a good example. So for the Marvel Legends, the Toy Biz Marvel Legend Build-A-Figure waves, I think for my Galactus, I need Professor X and I need Deathlock. Two figures I'm just not really, like, I'm not chomping at the bit for, but they're the remaining two that I need for those.
For the Build-A-Figure.
For the Build-A-Figures. The thing is that they both kind of are expensive individually. It's
What's
weird.
the Build-A-Figure?
It's Galactus.
Yeah.
So it's like the head and the torso, I think.
Dude, just get it over with. Get them on eBay.
Exactly. So in those instances where if I'm in the wild, they feel like it would be something I would buy if I didn't find anything else outside of those.
So then for the sake of Galactus, for the love of Galactus,
you get those too, right?
Yeah.
So that's a good example right there.
Okay.
I think with other lines that are like, for example, the Mystic Knights toy line.
Yeah.
Again, never saw the show ever. Just saw the toys, and they stuck in my brain long enough for me to be like, oh my God. If I saw them in person, I would be absolutely over the hill.
Yeah.
But I've looked them up on eBay, and they're pretty cheap, like $24 or something like that. Like, that one I could probably get away with just because they're kind of rare. So would I find them in public? I don't know. The other thing that's like challenging me is that there are figures that I never see in public ever. And I've like done it long enough to know that I'm like, man, I haven't seen this yet. So it's like, do I just pull the trigger on it now, or do I like play the long game?
Right.
So it's I might need to stop and think a little bit more about why I don't do it, because it's like I could just have it immediately.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe just like the lesser figures that I'm not, like maybe the figures that I would leave a toy fair or a toy store. So
the bottom of the list for you is the eBay.
Probably.
eBay's okay.
Yeah, probably.
That makes total sense for your collection to me.
Yeah.
Especially for the Build-A-Figure stuff. If you're chasing the Build-A-Figure parts, and that's like the most important parts or the last remaining parts, yeah, dude, then they're not like expensive either. They're like, so just like, Wheel and deal eBay, dude. Put in likes,
Yeah, that's
get
true.
responses back, filter by least expensive, whatever. Okay, the box is yellow and dented on one side, so it's $10 off. Great. That sort of thing, right? Like, yeah, dude, just get on eBay for that stuff. You definitely are more about the hunt than I am.
Big time, dude.
I'm maybe not more, but it's more at your forefront. The figures are more conscious for me, and the hunt is subconscious unless I stop and think about it. So for me, it's inverse. Pretty much everything I'm okay with eBaying, but that conversation kind of changed things for me that we had last week. So I've got my list of collections up in front of me. Elite wrestling figures. I think they're all eBayable. The thing with that is my list is so unbelievably slim that there's really not any like already released figures. Like it's upcoming figures, unreleased figures that haven't even been announced or created yet that are pre-orders.
Yeah.
So still online. Like that collection, essentially that's where it happens. It sure as hell does not happen at Walmart.
So that actually creates a whole different thing because you're playing in the modern market and you're having to fight the worst type of reseller.
So obviously, retail is preferable because you don't have to pay for shipping, and you walk out with it, and it still feels like you got it in the wild, right? Like, but I don't find any. I am in stores.
You're hunting all the time,
every single day. Every single day, and I rarely ever find anything. I see things that other people want, like the Secret Wars Falcon. I see, modern stuff that other people need, but I don't see modern stuff that I need hardly ever. What I do is I stand in Walmart and Target and I look at the Roddy Piper 3-pack that has like a Target. It's on sale, plus if you spend over $40, you get $10 off, and I sit there and I stare at it and go, okay, now it's only like $35. And then I'll be like, yeah, for only $35, that's pretty good value. And then another voice would go, you don't want anything in that box. Like, put it down.
Yeah, you just want to leave with something.
So that's where modern is for me. The Rocky Jack Pacific that I started collecting, I'm totally okay with doing that through eBay. Obviously, I will buy anything in the wild if I wanted and need it, but it's not off the table to get it on eBay at all. It's very much the way that I've been doing it. And it allows me to learn the pricing and all that kind of stuff. There's no childhood nostalgia attached to it. There's no story to chase with that. NECA Predator. I've accumulated most of my NECA Predators through eBay and a few of them in the wild. And the ones that I've gotten in the wild have come with like a fun story. So I'm not that either there. I just get it how I can get it because they're hard to get. Yeah. I don't want to take away any opportunities there. Terminator 2, I am now taking eBay out of the equation. Like, I want to get my full Terminator 2 checklist, and I want to do it all in the wild. That's going to take the rest of my life because you hardly ever see them, and you hardly ever see them in good shape. But that's just what it's going to have to be because I realized when we were talking about it during the Hall of Fame episode, it is tied to sentimentality. That's the whole reason that I want them. It is tied to childhood memories, and rebuying them and collecting them, I want tied to memories also. So that's going to have to just be purely in the wild, which I did not realize or think about until we had that conversation at all.
Yeah.
Hasbro's, WWF Hasbro's, I would prefer to find them in the wild, but the honest truth is whenever I see them in the wild, they're in terrible condition. Unless they're in like a Dallas Vintage Toys or something like that, they're almost always in terrible condition. My homie Mabel Toys on Instagram, go follow him. You might have seen him on the Major Wrestling Figure YouTube channel, is my plug, and he's got the goods, and I can trust him, and his prices are good, and his customer service is good, and his shipping is good. So I'm never going to stop buying from him. If I see them in the wild and they're the right price, obviously I'll buy them. But that's one of those ones, again, that I cannot eliminate options for that. Batman the Animated Series, What I have, I've almost exclusively gotten online.
Yeah.
Again, don't really see them in the wild. Like even places like Dallas Vintage Toys and stuff like that, they almost always only have New Adventures and crime fighters and that kind of stuff. They rarely ever have just Batman the Animated Series. So I'm not going to take away an avenue, but I would rather find it in the wild. Mm-hmm. I think the blanket is I'd rather find everything in the wild. But I live in a toyless nightmare called Austin, Texas, so I can't disqualify anything.
Yeah.
Kenner Predator, I think I'm putting that in the same category as Terminator. I think the rest of the ones that I get going forward, which I don't need that many, is just going to be in the wild. I think that's like too fun to do online.
It is.
Yeah. The movies, I've always only done those in the wild. That was always the rule for me with those, because that's more of a regulation thing. Because otherwise I could jump online today and finish the list.
Yeah.
I could just go get the NECA Rambo right now.
Right.
But if I've that's always been like let me do that in the wild. Mm-hmm. Just because it's like my fallback plan, and like it just makes the collection I care about the least more fun than it would be. If that makes any sense. Yeah. G.I. Joe Classified, I don't care. Whatever, dude. That's my weirdest collection.
It is the weirdest one. It's like a can't say goodbye, don't really care about the others, like kind of thing.
It is when we get to the news, we'll get into this a little bit further too, but like it's just this weird thing where I love opening G.I. Joe Classifieds. I love handling them. I love messing with them. I love like acquiring them. I don't care about my collection. I don't care about looking at it and them as a whole.
Yeah.
It doesn't... We kind of did the in the mind of a collector or whatever it was, and we talked about how I'm putting together all-star teams. I like a G.I. Joe, but I don't care about the teams. I don't know what that is. And it's always on the cutting block.
I think it ties into another segment that we've got, which is the paid respects. I think it's you paying respects
I think
to
it
G.I.
is.
Joe.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think it's you paying respects to really good action figures that come with guns. And it's like there is a nostalgia thing of just like, hey, I grew up in this time. It spoke to me in some capacity, and it's me kind of paying. It's like a shelf that you can salute to. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not the one that you're like after. You know?
I think you're right. Marvel Legends kind of falls into the same thing as wrestling. It's pretty much always going to be through new. One way or another, Big Bad Toy Store or Pulse or at the store or whatever. I really don't care where I acquire them, and there's hardly any of them that I need. Starting lineups are not even really something that I pursue.
Yeah.
I do and I don't.
It's like an accident.
Yeah, it's kind of like an accidental find. I kind of don't care. I didn't collect them as a kid. There's no story tied there.
Yeah.
And the only other thing that's on my list is Mattel from DC, which hasn't even happened yet.
Yeah.
So I think basically where I landed after this is Predator, Terminator absolutely has to be in the wild. And everything else is just I'll get it where I can get it, but I would prefer to find it in the wild. And what this means for me is I'm going to make a concerted effort to hit more cons. Like, even if they're pretty far away, and hit some distant toy stores and make hunting in the wild happen even more frequently than it already does. Because the podcast, again, tying back to last week's, like, what have you learned? I already knew this, but now it's like, you know something, but you just didn't, like, accept it yet.
Yeah.
I am accepting that I am not going to find toys in Austin.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to. So if that's a reality, which it is, then I need to get out of Austin as often as possible.
Yeah. Man, I completely agree. I feel, when you were talking through that, it kind of felt like I had more clarity on my eBay process. I find myself, when I'm seeking things that are fun little shelf fillers, but I rarely like want to go over $20.
Right.
And I think that's a way that I can be like, all right, I get a couple Power Rangers in space that are like in bad condition, because part of me likes the idea that they're kind of played with, because it just looks like the way they looked when I was younger.
Right.
So doing that, and in general, doing this podcast, it's sacred. You know, like the toy hunt, the toy store is sacred, dude.
Yeah.
And the idea that I've talked about before where, you know, if my girlfriend was like, hey, could we go to Paris, France? And yeah, exactly. And it'd be like, if you ask me, like, do you want first class tickets to Paris, France, or do you want a road trip to Greer, South Carolina to go to Toy Federation? I've got my bag packed. I've got the hat with the propeller on the top.
You got your light up sandals.
I got my light up sandals. And a tent. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm so
a Mickey Mouse flashlight,
dude.
Let's
like,
go.
To me, and I think that is like, it's from what we learned last week about doing this. It was the acceptance that this is just who you are.
Yeah.
And because these things mean so much to you, that experience is sacred.
Yeah.
And I think that alone is like, it gives purpose to the destinations of where I'm going. And I was thinking, you know, playing the show with the band last week, we haven't played too much, just everybody's individually very busy. But there was one thing that thought up in my mind. I was like, man, like, I wonder if I could convince the dudes to do like a small routing where we like play a couple gigs. Maybe we go through like Dallas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, or whatever, and then just try to like pinpoint, are there toy stores like in or around these destinations?
I thought about you and I doing this.
We did talk about that.
I thought about Mighty Champions going on tour.
Dude, more than anything in my life, I would do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought about Mighty Champions going on tour and hitting like a there and back loop of toy stores.
Oh, it is like that right there, man. That is giving purpose to life right there.
So I guess the main takeaway is just like we've got to make a concerted effort to get out to more like toy stores that are worth getting to.
And honestly, I encourage you, if you are someone who is a modern collector, because it's very new, dude. Like, I think collecting has expanded, right? They said it's like $1 billion industry
like
right
2020.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would say, like, if you're a new collector, where it's like you're collecting modern Marvel Legends, you're collecting Transformers or Motu or Ninja Turtles, the things that are pretty plentiful on the shelves, and you haven't really gone to a vintage toy store, do yourself a favor, because it will change your life, dude.
Yeah, start watching some toy hunts online and get a good sense of it. Watch major wrestling figure podcast hunts, watch Ethan Page hunts, watch Toy Federation, watch Dallas Vintage Toys videos, you know, people that are out in these stores, and just look in the background and you'll get boned up. Like, yeah.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, hit us up at Mighty Champions. What's on the table for you for online and what has to be in the wild? But let's go ahead and break into the news.
New at 11, buyer beware. A local family is outraged over a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy that they bought for their son. It says a variety of phrases, but the family believes one of them includes a swear word that starts with a B.
First thing up in the news is not even a toy. I just felt like it was worth talking about. That on June 25th, so a few days after this episode drops, you can pre-order Grand Theft Auto 6.
Crazy.
It's finally, the future has arrived. No release date.
Oh, no, I think it was... Oh, you can pre-order
That's
it.
the pre-order date.
Wow.
Yeah, no release date, but there is a pre-order date. So if you're interested. G.I. Joe heavy news week this week. They put up a bunch of reveals. Some of which have gone up for pre-order, others haven't. A lot of this stuff I'm like just straight up like, who is that? And as I've talked about before, I am a G.I. Joe guy, but I'm not the biggest G.I. Joe guy. And this is why I feel like it needs something to support the line. A TV show, online series, something that lets me know who some of these characters are. But so there is a render for Rugged Duke, which I think looks pretty cool. But Duke is obviously the leader of the Joes, or a leader of the Joes. Comes with a bunch of guns and tactical stuff, and he's in his colors, but he looks pretty like beard, scar, kind of haggard. My question is, where does Rugged Duke come from? What is it in reference to? Or is it not in reference to anything, and G.I. Joe Classified is just making it up as a toy line that's just a toy line, but it's for adults, and adults don't use their imaginations, right? So it lives in a weird space to me. is my point. They're so quality and they look so good and they have the most consistent release schedule and they're the least challenging to find and get a hold of. But what's Rugged Duke?
Man, I mean, I don't have the same outlook you do. I was kind of like, that's sick. Like he looks. I mean,
I'm not criticizing. I'm questioning. Is that
Yeah.
what it is? Is it just that's sick?
yeah,
Then, in which case, okay.
yeah.
Or is it in reference to something?
I don't know if it is. Maybe it's from the comics. I don't know.
I don't know. You also got a tease for a retro carded Flash, which is just the card art for Flash. There is a tease that is just art for the Cobra Valkyries. I actually used them when we did our pay-per-view card. I used the Valkyries on my pay-per-view fight card. That's also just art. There's a tease for a retro Falcon, which is like it looks like a Shrinky Dink. Do you know what a Shrinky Dink is?
No.
So it was a 70s toy.
Okay.
And it was like this man, you use like almost like an easy bake oven to do it. You color in this like art thing.
Okay.
Then you bake it. And then it would shrink it was on plastic and it would melt the plastic and shrink it. And then you would have a hardened, like keychain size version of the art you had just made.
Funny.
And it was kind of paint by numbers kind of vibes. And that's what this picture of Falcon looks like, is a Shrinky Dink. There is a render reveal for Synapse.
That's a funny name for a G.I. Joe. Like
Shrinky Dink?
like retro Shrinky Dink.
There's a render for Synapse, which is just a silhouette, so not much to report there. There is the Iron Grenadiers, Mistress Amada. She looks cool. She's got like metal arms and legs and a fan. She almost looks like a Mortal Kombat character. I'm sure.
Money. It's $100 bills.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the fan.
Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, and she has like skull knee braces.
Yeah.
She looks really cool.
Yeah.
No clue who she is.
Me either.
No clue who she is, but she looks very, very cool. You also have Toxo Viper, who appears to be a Cobra zombie jetpack guy with a flamethrower. Is I guess the best way I could describe him. Like all G.I. Joe Classified Zoo, he looks
Right.
awesome. I don't know who Toxo Viper is.
Me either.
You have Iceberg, who looks awesome. He's like a snow alpine kind of sniper rifle guy that has a G.I. Joe branded snowboard, which is like, that's cool.
Yeah, that's sick.
That's just cool. There's no two ways about it. And then you have Dusty and Snowstorm. I think Snowstorm is a wolf.
Sandstorm.
Sandstorm, because they're in desert camo.
It looks sick.
It does look sick. Like all the G.I. Joes that come with dogs and stuff are so cool.
Yeah.
I have a Dusty, but it's is it Tiger Force? Night Force? I think of a Night Force Dusty. But if you're like a Joe completist or a huge Joe guy and you need all the variations, then yeah, you need Dusty and Sandstorm. That wraps up the Joes. Over in wrestling, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Mattel Elite was announced, and it's a 3-pack with Roddy Piper, Captain Lou Albano, and first time in the line Cyndi Lauper.
What?
Is that incredibly confusing to you?
I mean, I feel like I can put 2 and 2 together, but didn't know it was a thing.
I want to hear your 2 and 2. I want to know what your guess is.
All right, it's the 80s. I think wrestling is bigger than ever before. I think it's part of the zeitgeist of people at the time, so she probably came on there and talked some trash.
You're not too far off.
Yeah.
She's the biggest star in the world. She's a wrestling fan. She is part of the storyline of WrestleMania 1. She's in the main event of WrestleMania 1.
Wow.
And Roddy Piper's the bad guy and swings a gold record at somebody else and misses and hits her with it. And that's why Hulk Hogan's fighting him. And that's the reason that there's WrestleMania 1 in that era is called Rock and Wrestling, because this all played out on MTV. Like in the early days of MTV. So she's a huge part of the big boom that was the WWF.
Crazy.
So yeah, first up in the line, Cyndi Lauper, which I think they're selling this on Mattel Creations. I don't think you need to go to San Diego Comic-Con. I think this is going to be available on Mattel Creations. Moving over to Jada, they showed off their battle-damaged Invincible, which looks unbelievably cool and goes up July 22nd. He's like bloody and beaten to a pulp, and I think he comes with an extra head for Conquest, which like that's a practice that other lines might adapt, is putting in parts for other characters. I could see that moving a lot of units doing that.
Very smart.
Very smart thing to do. Sticking with Jada, their San Diego Comic-Con exclusive is, I don't even know what you call this, an accessory pack? Yeah, that's what they're calling it. The Ultra Street Fighter 2 You Lose accessory pack, which is the head sculpts of all of the characters that you see in the game when they lose. The bloody, beaten, battered to a pulp version of Ryu, E. Honda, Blanca, Guile, Ken, Chun-Li, Zangief, Dhalsim, T-Hawk, Cammy, DJ, Balrog, everybody. Like, this is... I think I said to you when they announced this, we were at work, and I was like, this is going to go for $1 trillion on the aftermarket.
Yep.
If you don't get that at retail, say goodbye. Because you're never going to have enough money to get it. I swear that's going to be one of the most valuable things on the aftermarket that we've seen from modern toys. That's going to be huge. Mezco, I feel like this got announced 122 years ago, but we're finally just seeing it. Mezco showed off their Punisher.
Oh, it's so sick.
It's a work of art.
Yeah.
It is absolutely a work of art. The guns look real. The different head sculpts.
That's the perfect Punisher, dude.
Their photography. It's the old school Punisher that's just black and white. Yeah. Has Marvel Legends done this Punisher?
Dude, not...
I think it's only customs that you see this.
Okay, so you got one right now.
I've got the Walgreens one.
Yeah.
And then
so
I've also got the 2-pack with Nick Fury.
That one, oh yeah. That one's blue.
Yeah, I don't think they've done this Punisher where it's like the everybody's favorite skull that connects with the belt and white boots.
I'll tell you who did do it.
Mezco.
No, I think Toy Biz it looks like the OG Toy Biz Marvel Legends Punisher in the face.
I think it's the same outfit, but it's like a little bit of a different era of the outfit. It's like that's the one with the trench coat.
Yeah, he does, but you can take it off.
Yeah.
This is like the classic, like the 70s Punisher.
70s, like 70s, 80s.
God,
this
dude,
is Punisher
so
#1 Punisher, not like the his ongoing series. Yeah,
the walkie-talkie, the freaking...
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, it's so sick.
And then the last thing that I have is from Boss Fight Studios, which is their black and white Hellboy, which looks really, really cool. I don't know, it doesn't have a price on here, but like the last couple of things that I was interested in from Boss Fight Studios, I went on Big Bad Toy Store and looked, and they were 10 times more than I was willing to pay. And I was like, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? So, this Boss Fight Studios black and white Hellboy looks really cool, but I would hazard a guess that it's astronomically expensive.
$65.
Yep, there we go. I mean, that's a $30 figure, but
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, looks like a freaking McFarlane.
Yep. Okay. All right, ready to get in the time machine?
Let's do it.
X-Men, the evil mutants plan their attack. As Juggernaut harnesses his battering ram, Magneto reveals his magnetic force.
Lead the attack, Juggernaut.
But waiting are the X-Men.
Evil mutants.
Wolverine flashes claws of steel, while Cyclops turns on laser power.
This city has a speed limit.
And the giant apocalypse is power lifted by the mighty Colossus.
Lost again, Magneto.
X-Men and Evil Mutants, each sold separately from Toy Biz.
All right, if you guys have been with us for a while, we've played this game before. We're going to do it slightly different this time around, where I've got a randomizer here. It goes from 1977.
Okay.
Reason being that's when the Kenner Star Wars figures came out. And on this show, we credit those figures with starting the hobby. Obviously, there was G.I. Joes and things before that,
Yeah.
but what we know as action figures that became 6-inch articulated guns and accessories and replaceable heads and hands and da-da-da-da-da-da, that is because of the Kenner Star Wars line. So, for us, if we were going to go back in time, that's as far back as we would want to go. Before
Right.
that, it would be Amigo Hulk, and we would probably just join the army. And obviously, the time machine goes all the way to 2026, but it'll go to, a week ago.
Yeah.
Or something. Don't touch your former self. The same mass cannot occupy the same space at the same time. You'll put a hole in the space-time continuum, Christian.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to give it a shot.
Okay, so here's the rules. I'm going to hit the randomizer,
Okay.
and it's going to give you a year. You have 3 passes that you're allowed to use, and after that, you have to stick with what you've got.
Okay.
You can stick along the way if you want to, but talk me through your rationale.
For passing and staying.
Yes.
Okay.
And you've got $25 to spend wherever you go, right? So if you're in 2026, that will get you some of a Marvel Legend.
Yes.
If you're in 2008, that will get you 4 Marvel Legends. Right?
Let's go back 2 years. That way I'm not doing Hasbro. Marvel Legends still.
All right, ready?
I'm ready.
Beep, beep, bop, boop, boop, boop. 1991. 1991.
So passing on this one, most likely, because it's a weird year. I feel like there's like almost like Jurassic Park hasn't hit yet.
Yeah, you're before Jurassic Park. You're before Terminator.
Before Terminator
You're
2.
You're before Predator.
Before Predator.
You're before Power Rangers.
Before Power Rangers.
Yeah.
There probably is like some Marvel stuff there.
You've
it
got-
might be like early Toy Biz, maybe. I
For
don't know
you,
if it
for
is, though.
you might have some. You have brown suit Wolverine probably.
Yeah,
Like
that's
that-
true.
that era? Yeah.
I'm gonna pass.
Okay. Beep beep boop 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 boop. 2003.
I will take it. Oh yeah.
Okay, you got 2003. We all know why.
Yes.
And you've got $25, and we need to know specifically what you're getting.
Okay. I am going to.
Should we factor in your current collection at all? Like, are you coming back? Or are you living there forever and starting a
Oh
collection?
man, that would be crazy. Like,
Are you stranded, or are you making your way back here and you're bringing something back with you?
I think I'm coming back because honestly, living like it's like if I could go there and just live there for the day, be like the best day of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like go there and live out everything because the
Just
reality.
go watch Scary Movie 3 in theaters.
Well, so I think what I would do is like, I feel like if I were to live in that space,
Pick up the latest DMX album.
when we think about like the past, you know, like, man, those are the good old days.
Yeah.
It's like we're often highlighting the best parts of those days.
While you're there, drive to Hayward, California. There's a wrestling school called APW.
You're there.
Come see me.
I just see you there mopping. Like he was never actually wrestling. He was the janitor. You're like Goodwill Hunting of wrestling. They're like, we can't figure out how to do this move. And it's you like on the whiteboard, like showing how to do a certain move, like that you draw out. Yeah, man. I mean, if I could go there and just hang out there for the day, because like I said, a lot of times when we reflect about the past, we're like, oh, that was the good old days. It's like we remember good experiences, but then if I really were to think back about that time, I'm like, man, that would have sucked. Like I still had to ask my parents for permission. You know what I'm saying?
So I know what you're obviously going to go after, but
Yeah.
just so you know, you do have the opportunity for Bratz, Beyonce and Britney Spears dolls, Lego Bionicles,
Okay.
Bop It Extreme, Yu-Gi-Oh, Leap Pad has, which you could maybe use that, and Fisher-Price Rescue Heroes.
Okay. The Rescue Heroes was, again, I remember the Rescue Heroes, and they were sort of like I remember my cousin having them, and I was like, I guess I'll play with these characters, even though they don't look cool because they have big old freaking feet. And I was just like not fired up on them. But I'm good with those, right? Again, this is the time where I'm warding off barbarians at the gate, trying to come over and play with tiny little pieces of cardboard that got Pokemon on them. Yeah. And I'm like, hey, you know what? Here's a cap gun. So check it out. If I'm on the shelf, 2003. Okay, we got Series 4 and Series 5 of Marvel Legends. So I'm going to go over Series 4 of what would be on the shelf at that time, which I remember dearly. We got Beast, classic Marvel Legends figure. Classic. Elektra, one of the top worst figures of all time.
Yeah, if we ever get around to doing worst figures ever made, that's on the list.
And you hear, okay, here's two that you're going to hear that are going to tie this whole thing around, man, about Destiny. Gambit.
What?
Gambit.
No way.
Which, for those who are listening, who have been listening to last week's episode, Gambit was in one of my top 3
in your personal Hall of Fame.
In my personal Hall of Fame. And then what we were...
we did this at random. How is this possible?
I know. It's the Destiny, dude. It's Destiny.
Unreal.
And then who we were just talking about, Punisher. He's on the shelf at the time. So I'm going to look really quick here at Series 5 because I want to see before I pull any trigger about how much money I'm going to be spending. Okay. This one's...
And how much are they? How much are Marvel Legends?
They are...
like $8.99 or something like that?
No, they're... I'm going to say... just to be on the safe side, I'm going to say they're... Man,
Go through the wave and I'll look it up.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it was like $7.95.
Okay.
So $8. So let's see. Okay, so for Series 5, this one is challenging. We got Blade.
Ooh, that is a banger.
Colossus. Mr. Fantastic. Nick Fury. Red Skull. Sabretooth, and Silver Surfer.
Action Figure 411 says they were $19.99.
That had to have been, what's it called? Hasbro. There's no way. They were...
It's Series 4.
I doubt that, dude. They were not that expensive.
Google AI says 10 to 20.
It was like $7.98 at my Walmart.
Okay.
Because being a...
You would know better than I would.
Man, being a poor, fat...
There's a picture of that Punisher.
Is God tier.
The one that comes with Warzone #1.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying, dude. But yeah, being fat and homeschooled and poor...
And ugly.
And stupid. Like, trust me, I'm looking at the price tags because that's the only thing that, again, I can try to convince my mom to spend $7 essentially. Yeah. So in this case, I think I could probably. So what is it? We got $25. So let's see. Okay, holy crap! We're gonna say they're $8. 8 times 3, $24. Right? Is
tax.
We don't. There's no such thing as tax.
We have a time machine, but we do pay tax.
Okay, well, with tax, let's just say I'm going to get 3 figures. Okay, I've got a little bit of tooth fairy money at this point. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm getting.
Bro, if you don't get Punisher, I'm
getting Gambit, Punisher. Beast is like tempting because I remember playing with Beast at the time. But if I had to go back, it's just because there were some that I never saw in person. Gambit, Punisher, Beast were at the Walmart that I would see. But I can go anywhere that I want to. So I could have gone to Toys R Us or KB Toys. So I probably would do... This one's challenging. I think I'd go Sabretooth because of how much of a Wolverine guy I am. And at the time, obsessed with Wolverine. So I definitely would have been Sabretooth.
You have a Weapon X shirt on right
I'm wearing a Weapon X shirt. So we got Gambit, Beast... and Sabretooth, and it is the greatest day of my life.
Dude, that worked out well.
Now, if the time machine breaks, I still think I'd be okay.
If you had to stay?
If I had to stay.
Yeah. Well, what I was asking was, if you're coming back, then you can only buy things that you don't already have today.
Okay.
But the way that you did it is just fine.
Yeah.
Just
but
fine.
dude, I'd buy duplicates, honestly.
Yeah.
Just to go through and buy those again.
I told you on some episode, I think that what you need to do is get your full loose collection, then do the collection again on box.
I don't hate that.
It's the best packaging in the history of toys.
Yeah. I agree. All right. Here. I'll push the button.
Okay, so my first option is
Here we go.
1977.
Holy crap. You staying or going?
So as far as I'm aware, because I'm not fully educated on 1977, that Star Wars is the only real option. There's 12-inch G.I. Joes. There's Migos. There's Shrinky Dinks. There's a stick and a hoop.
Yep.
There's Slinkies.
Oh, dude. Knowing you, Rambo's not even out yet, right?
Rambo's not out. The only cool stuff that would like really fit into me is like Dirty Harry.
That's cool.
Or The Godfather. You know what I'm saying? There's not like my stuff hasn't come around yet.
Yeah, but freaking 5-year-old you ain't sitting down watching
exactly.
Godfather.
So I'm passing.
All right, here we go. We're gonna hit another one. 2004.
Ooh, 2004. So I've got Marvel Legends as an option. Everything is out, right? But it's not necessarily on the shelves.
You've
right?
got Spider-Man 2, I believe.
Spider-Man 2 is around.
Is that 2004? I think so.
Wrestling figures are around. Like this is like the Jax days.
Yeah.
Right? This is like in the middle of the Jax days, but it's not classic superstars yet. Wrestling's pretty bad right now, but like I am a wrestler in 2004.
Yeah.
But if I'm going back now, that doesn't matter. This is very confusing, like most time travel movies are.
Rocky. When did those figures come out?
2008.
Okay, so still before.
Yeah.
I think you got to pass again, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I think I probably was not collecting in 2004 because I was dead broke, like couldn't afford gas to get to work, and because there just wasn't stuff worth collecting yet. So that's my 2 passes.
I think yeah.
I have to stick. No, I said we get 3 passes.
You got 3. So we're gonna see 2010.
2010. So there is the internet and there is like a vintage market, but that defeats the purpose of the game. So let's say that that's not a thing.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say you got Rocky, you got NECA Predator, I think, right?
I think it's like 2012.
2012,
I'm not exactly
maybe.
sure. We're just starting the Mattel WWE days
Okay.
in 2010, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not screaming to me.
Let's go
It's
one
not
more,
screaming
man.
to
You
me. Let's
passed
go
3.
one more.
You got no choice.
I have to stick with this one.
Oh my God.
What's it say?
2025. Your personal hell.
Oh my God.
As I've mentioned, you are the Sisyphus of the action figure world. You're pushing the Walmart logo up the hill only for it to crush you and roll back down. Your pre-orders, you may be able to go back and pre-order and they'll still not be here. Which that's going to be a segment I think we're going to do going forward is John's pre-order war.
Oh my God. Okay, so what's available to me in 2025 is basically everything that's available to me now.
Okay, so get this
And
then.
I only have $25.
Yeah. That's freaking hilarious. Okay, with what you know now, though, if you can go back into 2025 with what you know now about what was happening then, because think about it, that was Monday Night Wars era where you were
I'm chasing Monday Night Wars. I'm chasing a couple of Marvel Legends. I'm chasing. Oh, you know what I'm gonna go after? I only have $25.
Okay, but you can think this through, right? Where if you went to...
I was gonna say Gamerverse. I was gonna say Marvel Legends Gamerverse, but I only have $25, and these are mostly 2-packs.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go after AEW Jazzwares.
Okay.
Because knowing what I know now, I know that the line comes to an end, and I know that the tail end stuff is hard to get. Right?
Okay.
So, what am I missing? I'm gonna just go online.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go to Ringside Collectibles, and I'm gonna do. They had a sale, and they got rid of a bunch of the AEW stuff, and I'm gonna buy like the Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega Blood and Guts 2-pack.
Okay.
Because I don't have that. I want that, and I've never like pulled the trigger on it.
I mean, you're playing to the year that you're in. You're strategizing to the year that you're in.
Yeah, I got dealt a bad hand here, but I made it work. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Jon Moxley, Kenny Omega Blood and Guts 2-pack from AEW Jazzwares.
Perfect.
Because honestly, and it's on sale.
Yeah.
Because honestly, $25 won't get me a whole Marvel Legend.
No.
It won't get me a whole WWE Mattel figure.
It may have last year. It maybe would have got you one. Maybe
No, it's like 27, 28.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I mean, if I could remember specifically what was on sale, what was at Ross, that kind of stuff. But I know that 2-pack went to $25.
That's smart.
Yeah, and because I remember having it in my cart with a bunch of other stuff, and I cut that out when I did a giant purchase of stuff because it just ballooned the total up a little bit too much. But yeah, 2025, I remember it like it was last year.
Yeah, it's funny. So now knowing what years you had before passing, would you go back now?
What did I have? 77. I still wouldn't
77, 2004, and 2010.
2010 is the only one that I would think about considering because I'm not entirely sure when NECA Predator started. I'm not certain about that, but I think it was 2012.
So you said you're wrestling at that time, right?
In 2010?
No, in 2004.
2004, yeah.
So if you're wrestling at that time, that's like John Cena era, probably, right?
He's just getting started in 2004. 2004 is like Brock Lesnar, Eddie Guerrero, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels kind of zone on TV. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, like John Cena and Batista are coming up. They may or may not have been like established at that point.
The Rock is probably super big at that time. Maybe
he's in and out. He's in Hollywood. Yeah.
Okay.
So
he's doing like Walking Tall or something at this point.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that zone.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough because if you're not a kid, it doesn't. Yeah. It's not going to hit as hard.
And I want to say Classic Superstars is like 2006.
Okay.
Or I'm not entirely sure about that. But that's the point of this game is that it forces us to educate ourselves. And every time we do this, we'll be better at it. Because we'll know. We'll know exactly.
I mean, we kind of have a pretty solid idea, I feel like, of years for stuff. But
yeah, I'm sure the listeners are yelling at us. It was 2011!
Yeah.
Like, or whatever.
But
yeah.
honestly, I mean, the funny thing is you probably could find something. Yeah. Like if you had a day to spend in 2004 and you just kind of drove around everywhere where you were like, okay, let me
just
see.
buy some Hulk hands.
Yeah. I think you would have bought I think if you went back in time, I think you would have bought a Marvel Legend.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, if I had stuck with 2004, I would have got Marvel Legend.
Yeah.
For that, dude, I'm still have on my screen, I still have that Punisher, and I'm kind of thinking to myself, how do I not have this? I mean, I know the figure I sold to you.
Yes.
But in box with my favorite Punisher cover.
It also comes with a wall mount that is like a broken down apartment balcony that he can sit on or something like that. Like, it's with a table full of guns behind him or something.
So
friggin' amazing.
Good. All right, get at us at Mighty Champions. Let us know what you would have bought in the years that we went back to or what year you want to go back to. At Mighty Champions, thank you for making us a part of your day, and we will catch you in a week. Peace.